What's going on, everyone? It is your boy Thriller here, and we are here for the draft analysis of JJDL Season 5. But this is Season 1 of its NFE Draft League. Yes, if you guys don't know, there is a format called NFE where pretty much Pokemon of the middle stage evolutions and LC mons come together in the same format and they battle it out to prove who's the best broken little guy. And that's what we're going to be doing with this. You guys have obviously seen me do some speed tours with JJDL, especially a couple of them with the NFE speed tours I have done. And we actually are doing the league. So I'm really excited. I think we honestly drafted probably one of the best teams in the entire league. So I'm really excited to use this squad, and we're going to have some fun with it. Excuse me. And I'm going to go ahead and say this right now to you guys. This is a season that I am going to be super chilled and relaxed with. I am not going to try to win. I mean, I'm going to try to win, but I'm not going to be sweaty try harding or anything like that. I am here to have fun. I'm here to just build a nice quick team and then go from there. I am not here to just blow back competition, have some, and then win a championship. No, I am here to just have fun. So, let's talk about the draft. Before we talk about the draft, if you guys are new here, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Join the Fur Crew today because we're building with that king of the crew. And with that being said, let's go ahead and break down our team. So we had, I believe, the 6th or 7th pick. So once again, in the middle of the draft, which, yeah, makes sense, right? So we hit the middle of the pick, and I got sniped on like one or two things I really, really wanted to try. And then it came to my pick, and I was stuck between. Excuse me. I was stuck between two Pokemon. I was stuck between grabbing Dracloak again from Terra or grabbing the Pokemon you see on the screen. And I really kind of thought back and forth about this. And probably made the wrong call, but I'm overall very excited for this. I went and scooped up Haunter. Now, you may ask yourself why I somewhat regret the decision of picking up Haunter, and also why do I think I'm also happy with my decision on Haunter. Now, I only slightly regret grabbing Haunter because Pterodactyl literally got picked as the very next Mon, and you guys saw me cook with Pterodactyl, and I really think it's probably the best Terra Captain allowed in this format. Excuse me, arguably should be banned in my opinion, but it's a very good Pokemon. And I never really got a chance to try Haunter, and I think Haunter in this format's really good. And the main reason I think I ended up really wanting to go for it is because, unlike Gengar, he keeps Levitate, which gives us a ground immunity, which I think is a really big thing in this one. There are a few grounds in this format that are very, very good. You want to make sure you have a good guaranteed check to them. So, really felt like Haunter was good value. And I think just for again, it was like, I think a 14-point Pokemon. I think, and I it might have been 15 possibly, but I think it's 14. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot, guys. I just had dinner and all the food's been digested now, so now I'm starting to feel tired. So, but Haunter, feel really good about it. It's a really good Pokemon, and I'm really excited to use it. Of course, we got to name it Danny after Danny the Phantom. Really excited to use it. So, for the second pick, there was a lot of options. Magneton was obviously banned, otherwise Magneton probably would have been my first pick if it made it to me. But there was a lot of cool things I wanted to try. There was some here stuff here and there. But one of the biggest things I wanted to do was grab a really good electric type because electrics are honestly good. Excuse me, in a format like this because there are very limited ground types in this format. And some of the ground types you fight are insanely terrible. Like we got ground types like Sandshrew that are just god awful that aren't going to be really that scary to us. So I really wanted an electric type that was really really good, and I also just wanted to try something that I saw from a speed tour that I did not compete in, but from a speed tour I watched. Where this one kind of went house, and you know what? It kind of inspired me to try it. We're gonna go ahead and pick up Pikachu here. Pikachu, really good Pokemon in this type of format. And while they can go physical or special, full physical, full special, it's a really good versatile mon. Another good speed tier, and one of the other main reasons I drafted Pikachu was because Light Bulb is activated. Now, you don't know what Light Bulb does. This month's attack and special attack are doubled. So right now, my when I hold this without putting any investment, this thing's at 110 and 100. And then if you look at my attack stats here, if I'm like neutral nature, We are at 418, and we are essentially around 400 special attack. This Mon is insanely broken. Really good speedster that can actually outspeed certain speedsters, like certain mons I want to set up with Dragon Dance, which is really great. And it's just a great, well, yeah. Apologize for all the yawning you're gonna hear in the video, but this is a great mon. I'm really excited to try Pikachu, and hopefully we can have some fun with it. Now, round three, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got sniped on Monferno, and Monferno literally went, I think, 2 picks before me, and I really want to try Monferno again. Now, you guys saw I kind of didn't get the chance to use Monferno as well as I would have liked to in the last speed tour I did, and I really want to try it, but then it gets sniped. So I figured, this Pokemon was still on the board, and it's got an ability that arguably might not be allowable in my opinion. But if you allow the other guy to do it, you should allow him to do it, especially in a format like this. And that mon was Combuskin. Now, Combuskin's really unique here, as it is a mon that literally can go physical or special every single week or go mix. But the biggest thing is, of course, speed boost. Now, obviously, with 55 base speed, it really doesn't like taking advantage of that speed too much. And this is a mon that can actually reliably ring protect to some weeks because of the fact that you do run mon that want to try to bring that sucker punch mind game. The option of trying to guarantee yourself another speed boost so you can be faster than anything that tries to set up on you. This mon has a lot of cool, unique move pool and variety that I do think that sometimes you just need dual stab and you just win the game. This is a really strong Pokemon. I really think it can do well for us, and I'm really hoping we do well. Obviously, I couldn't use regular Blaziken that good with speed boost, but let's see if I can make Combustion pretty unbroken. Now, going to this, I really needed a water type because I really wanted to offensively pressure the grounds. Even though I have a ground immunity, it still doesn't like taking on grounds most weeks. And I also do need to eventually pick up a grass type, I feel like, to counteract some of the grounds. So I went with a really good water type, but I wanted something that was a little bulky, but I wanted more of a special water than a physical. Because right now I have some mods that can go physical or special. I have some mods that can go for special. I felt like going for a special water was more important. And I end up scooping up Seadra. Now, if I could use Eviolite on Seadra, this thing would be a pretty decently good physically defensive water, but I cannot do that. But is a pretty good special water. Now, it has really cool ideas. It has options to Sniper, Damp, which can work in some situational matchups. Poison Point's also really, really good. And the reason why Poison Point can be really good is there are going to be some mons out there that do run Fake Out. There's some mons that run Priority. And there's some mons that will just generally have to hit you on contact because some of their best move is those type of things. So that's really good value out of a Pokemon. In my opinion. What's really cool about this Pokemon, it can go Agility Scopeland sets, it can go Dragon Dance sets, it can just, okay, it loses some of its moves because it's not fully evolved, but this is a Pokemon that can just hit hard and can be really fast to deal with. Access to Flip Turn still, so we get some more momentum on our side here. So, really good Pokemon here. Now for my round five pick, I actually went with my Terra Cap, one of my main Terra Captain. I actually did draft a second Terra Captain that can reliably be brought if I see the matchup for it. Well, this is a Terra Captain I actually really wanted to try in the last couple of tours we were doing, and this was a Pokemon I think has a ton of potential to be broken, and that Pokemon is going to be my boy Glacier, the de-evolved Baxcalibur, aka Arctibax. Now, I drafted Arctibax for Terra because I do think you guys saw I can make Terra Baxcalibur broken. What if his little cousin's teenage phase got to use this? Its mon's busted. Now, this Pokemon is a little more slower, it's a little bit more defensive, less defensive, and it's a speed stat that has pretty decent bulk and usable stats. This Pokemon is so scary. Access to things like Swords Dance, to Dragon Dance. JK, it doesn't learn Dragon Dance at this level. Did not know that. It doesn't even learn Scale Shot. Okay, we're actually kind of boned. But you know what? We're gonna keep it the way it is and just have some fun with it. But this is thinking of Pokemon that can do a lot of work here, and I do think it's gonna be a mon that I can really see myself using very well. And it's definitely gonna be running the teams on its back to really push profit. And I think it's gonna be a really good choice band sweeper. Now, like I said, I really needed something for ground types to really physically check into those things and just be a decent enough defensive hit to him. And I also really wanted a Pokemon that can take advantage of Eviolite if I do see a matchup for it. And this is a Pokemon that can do about everything I really want. And I was really debating between Servine and this Pokemon. Now, Servine I have used before in even high tiers, and this one can perform very well, but that was when it can allow up to Terra. This is a Pokemon that even if it was Terra eligible, it's Terra banned. So I really kind of tossed and turned on this a good while, and I ended up going with this one because I really wanted to see how well it is. Because I was really interested with it last time you saw me in the speed tour where I faced it, and that's gonna be sneaky. My Gato. I think with Protean, this has a lot of potential for being a good defensive grass type, and also has really good offensive coverage. It's just a really good strong Pokemon in general. Really cool tech options here. Yeah, some good coverage, low coverage options that we can run here. It can be special. It can go physical most weeks. Like cool acrobatic sets that we can go with here. We've got some options for like plot. We have access to play rough, shuttle claw, sea bomb, thunder punch. You know, and just catching those matchups. It's just a really good mon. It has access to a good amount of things as well, and it's just overall just really good. I think there's some cool strats we can work with this Pokemon. And if I maybe think it's not going to work out, I can maybe find a different grass type. But I do think this is a good mon, and I'm really excited to see how what we do with it. I do think it's got a lot of potential here to be good. Of course, we got to name it after my cat, my loving boy that I love so much. So really excited to try Florigato. Now, these last few picks were kind of going for what value I wanted. Right now, I lose to Toxic Spikes, and then we're going to really get messed up by a really good Psychic type. So I really needed a good ground type because there's at least one or two psychic types in this entire format that are very good. Yeah, maybe three potentially, and that is gonna definitely be Solosis, Duosion, and I think there was like maybe Hatterene as well, or not like Hatchum, I think, and then maybe one or one potentially. But there was a few psychic types that could definitely be threatening towards me, and there's potentially for Terra Psychic sets in case some person has store power. So I really wanted that dark typing, and I know someone is going to be happy knowing I drafted this, but he's not going to be named Birthday. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you, Colin. I know you're maybe watching this video, but it's my guy Blobby, the Alolan Grimer. This is actually good value from the tier point that I got it. It's one of my bets. It's going to be definitely my main Eviolite Pokemon that I want to run a lot of weeks. Pain Split, which is a really good option, which I hope and pray to God it has Pain Split. Let's just double check that. Yes, it does. Thank God. And it keeps knockoff, which is awesome. But this is a really good bulky defensive pivot. This is also very annoying for most teams to really take down because this mon is so fat. And I think it's going to be a really good defensive backbone for the team, and I'm really excited to try it. Up next, I wanted to go with a ground type, and there was not a lot of good grounds. Some of the best grounds that were on the board got sniped, and they kind of went early. So there was at least, I think, two good ground types left. I don't care. I don't acknowledge Sandshrew. I don't care. I think the only two best grounds that were left at the time of the when I was going on this pick was Trapinch, which was I was kind of surprised I was still on the board, and a little and regular Graveler. Now I actually wanted to try a little Graveler last time, and they got sniped on it, and then I used it for the speed tour, and it didn't do anything. But it's one of those Pokemon that I do think it has a lot of potential, and I definitely could see myself bringing it to some matchups that I think has much more value. And it's just a really good Pokemon. It's good defensive tank, hits insanely hard, and keeps access to Rock Polish, so it can get a little bit more speedy. There's cool endure, like a really good sturdy weakness policy set. There's a like sturdy Custap Berry. Just a really solid Mon overall. And I really think our boy Rocco here is going to be a really good MVP here. Now, for my last pick, I actually had 2 points left, so I could either get a 2 pointer or two 1 pointers and make one of those 1 pointers a Terra Captain, or get a 2 pointer that can tear up to a Terra Captain. Unfortunately, I did the math wrong and I needed a 2 point Terra Captain. Now I'm on from the 2 pointer that can Terra, which none of them could. So I ended up going for what I think was probably the best value pick out of that 1 point tier, and for a Terra Captain. Now, this was a tie between Nimble and what you see on your screen. Nimble, I was very close to picking up because I think that one is super freaking strong, especially if you allow it to Terra and be able to click buttons. Now, yes, not quite as strong as his big brother Low Kicks, but this one is insanely good, and I think it's a really good value. But I ended up going with my boy Watts here. And I honestly think when you look at Kilowatcho slash Wattrell, these are some of the best Pokemon to Terra in the format, and the fact that this Pokemon was at one point and a Terra budget of 1 point as well. Absolute steal of a Pokemon. Really great speed tier, really good offensive capabilities, good U-turn momentum as well with the team. I just think it's just a solid mon overall. Now, do I think I'm gonna probably bring this to Terra a lot more? I actually don't know. It's really gonna come down to what I think the matches are working with Glacier and with Killer Patrol. But I'm really excited for this team. I honestly really like my team. I think I walked away with at least the top five, if not at least top 10. I did not follow up like the bottom two, which I don't even know who they would be. But I'm really, really looking forward to using my team this season. Like I said, gonna have a nice fun time, nice chill, relaxed time. And yeah, we're gonna be facing some people we have not faced potentially. We're gonna face some old faces, and of course, we have the opportunity of facing my bro John Jr., who's the creator of the form. Well, not creator of the format, but the creator of this division because this is what he would been wanting to do for such a long time. So, really looking forward to that. We also get to take on his girlfriend J Bear. No, J Bear. Jerica. They both start with J. That's why I got confused. And that's not a diss to you, John or Jerica. I swear to God, it's not. Please don't take it out. Don't take it seriously. But I really get to take. I hope I can take on Jerica. This is gonna be her first ever draft league experience, and I'm really excited to see how her season goes. I'm really hoping she does well. And yeah, we can take on some cool coaches. We can take on people like Life's Hell, which is a funny username, which is pretty cool. Aurora Draco, we get to take another chance at. We get a chance to take on Odin. We get a chance to take on. Uh, I'm blanking on everyone else's names right now, which is really sad. We get to take on Ducky, Mudkip fam. You know, just a lot of some new people, some familiar faces, and overall, we're just here for the good vibes, man. I'm really excited for this season. I'm really hoping I do well, and if not, you know what? At least we're having fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.